Hey guys, so I know I've been slacking a bit on the Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2 content. I keep meaning to get out that video about the cut characters, and there's been a few other pieces of information that have come out most recently. This announcement that the digital version is releasing on November 7th and the retail version will hit shelves on December 1st, and also that the Switch physical copy is actually just a box with a digital download code inside. So yeah, again, my apologies, I've been slacking on making that video. It's just a lot of negative stuff, like talking about cut characters and now, game delays and digital downloads inside of a physical box, which isn't really a physical cartridge game. So yeah, I've just been slacking on that, but I will get around to that. I'm going to try to shoot for this weekend. I'm going to really buckle down and make sure I get it done. But much more exciting news just dropped. Well, exciting mattering to what you think of the character choices anyway. The DLC for Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2 has just been publicly leaked. This is coming from Sil over on Twitter, or Lucia, or Lucua, or Rawl over on Discord. If you know multiverses, leaks, and speculation stuff, you'll be familiar with this person over on Twitter. They did a lot of the multiverses leaks, and if you've been really following Nickelodeon All Star Brawl leak stuff, especially if you're in the Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2 official Discord server, you've probably seen the renders of characters that leaked a couple weeks ago. That was also from Rawl, or some of it was from Rawl anyway, and that had a lot of the different character renders for characters that are playable in the game. It had some of the bosses as renders. It showed some of the side characters in the one-player mode. It just had a lot of render leaks. That was something else I want to talk about in the cut character video, the render leak stuff that happened. But anyway, Rawl was one who was part of all that, and they are now leaking all of the DLC. Or at least the first 4 DLC. The 4 DLC characters were guaranteed to get, because they always said they were going to do 4 DLC characters, though there's been some talk of potentially doing more characters than that, though that probably hinges on how well the game and the DLC sells, I would imagine. I really do hope that there is further DLC, because this DLC is no veteran characters, and there's been a lot of cuts to this game, so there's quite a few veteran characters I'd love to see in Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2. It looks a lot better than the first game, so I'd love to see their movesets revamped and, their renders looking better and stuff like that. And also, there's no new series in this DLC, so I know a lot of people want Fairly Odd Parents, I want Fairly Odd Parents, but there's other series as well that I'd love to see. Rocket Power, for example, but unfortunately, our 4 DLC are only characters from already existing series in Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2. So, yeah, be prepared for that, is what I'm about to talk about here. But again, there could be further DLC, so let's just hope and hope for either veteran characters and someone that was cut that you really want, or hope for, a new series. Personally, again, Fairly Odd Parents would be amazing to get, but there's other new series I'd like to see too, and I think this game could be, I always like when new series get in the game. I think it makes it more of a Nickelodeon All Star Brawl to have as many Nickelodeon shows as possible here. The Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 1 DLC was nothing but new series. We got Jimmy Neutron, My Life as a Teenage Robot, and Rocko's Modern Life. So I was kind of hoping that the DLC this time might do something similar to that and at least give us one new series, but there are no new series in this DLC. Anyway, these DLC characters, this 4-character lineup, lines up with the 4 characters I was told were the DLC, so yeah, this is almost certainly it. So, spoiler warning if you don't want to hear the DLC characters, though I imagine if you clicked on this video you do. But, and again, spoiler warning, so here we go. We're gonna look at the tweet and know the 4 DLC characters. Alright, the tweet says, Nickelodeon All Star Brawl, apparently DLC/upcoming characters, Mr. Krabs, Zuko, Iroh, Rocksteady. Okay, and again, those are the characters that I heard. I'm actually pretty excited that Mr. Krabs actually did become a playable character in this game, especially after seeing him on the background of the Fry Cook Games stage there, because I thought that maybe would count him out as possibly becoming a playable character, and he was my #1 most wanted SpongeBob rep character. He's just a character I really like from SpongeBob. I find him very, very funny in the show. I like that he's like super greedy and stuff, so I can't wait to see how Mr. Krabs plays in this game, and I'm really excited that he actually did make it in. Kind of strange that Sandy was cut from the lineup, because I feel like if we had Sandy here as well, we would have literally all the SpongeBob characters I think anyone would really ask for playable in this game. But cool, we got Krabs and Plankton and Squidward all added to Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2. I think that's pretty much every SpongeBob character people were asking for, again, except for the fact that Sandy has been cut from the game. Really cool that in the end Krabs did make it, and they did kind of throw us a curveball as far as Krabs being in the background of the Fry Cooks game stage. And as far as further DLC goes, so if there are more DLC characters after these first 4, the fact that Krabs was in the background of that stage, it didn't count him out for a DLC spot here, gives us a lot of hope for any characters that are in the background of stages, and any veteran characters potentially in the background of stages possibly coming back, such as Helga or Lincoln Loud. Zuko is another character I'm really excited about. Very happy he's DLC. He was kind of my choice for the next Avatar or Avatar: The Last Airbender / Korra rep from that, universe. And I was a little bummed when Azula got in. I like Azula, but I wanted Zuko, so I'm really happy to see Zuko is going to make it at least as DLC. The other two I find a little strange. Uncle Iroh is very, very popular as far as Avatar stuff goes, but just a little strange that he'd get in, especially when we already have Azula and Zuko, so we have a third Firebender, and they cut Toph, so we have no Earthbenders. I was really hoping we would get Aang, Korra, Toph, and Zuko as our 4 Avatar characters representing the 4 different nations. So very strange we're going to have 3 Firebenders in the game at the end of all things here, and to have 2 DLC characters that are Firebenders from the Avatar series. It's just a little strange in my opinion, though a cool character. Perhaps maybe Zuko and Iroh will, be DLC together or bundled together or be announced together or something like that. I could see that potentially happening as the 2 characters obviously are extremely related literally, and also just, they're always hanging out and stuff in the show. So it would make sense to have those 2 characters potentially get revealed together or something like that. And then finally, Rocksteady. Rocksteady was in the game files for Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 1. There was a artwork image of Rocksteady. It was just like artwork that already existed for Rocksteady, but only playable characters had like artwork files like that in the game. So it did seem like Rocksteady was a character they had potentially thought about adding for Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 1. Very, very strange considering the cuts that this game is having and not having all 4 turtles playable. So we do have Raphael and Donatello this time, but we no longer have Leonardo and Mikey, but they kept April. They are giving us a TMNT character as DLC, but not trying to get all 4 turtles into the game. Shredder was cut, but is now apparently a boss character that isn't playable. It's really strange what's happening with the TMNT. If I make that video about, cut characters and stuff this weekend, I'll talk more about that in that video, because I do think just the TMNT representation is real weird, because everyone seems to want all 4 turtles. Yeah, they're all turtles, but they all have different weapons, so their playstyles could be vastly different. They all have very different personalities, so I don't know. I don't know who they're really pleasing here with Rocksteady, April, Raphael, and Donatello. That's a weird lineup in my opinion, even though Raphael's my favorite Ninja Turtle. I'm happy to see him here in Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2 when he wasn't in the first game. But anyway, there you go. There is our DLC for Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2, apparently. There could be more DLC after this. Again, there's been some talk of that potentially happening. But what do you think about this DLC? I mean, it makes some sense that they would do SpongeBob, Avatar, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as the 3 franchises they pull characters from for DLC, as those are probably Nickelodeon's most popular franchises, the ones that'll probably sell the best. But I'm a little disappointed we don't have any new series showing up here. Considering the cut characters, I'm a little disappointed no veterans got in through DLC, at least, again, not yet. If they do further DLC, who knows? Yeah, so it's a mixed bag. I'm really happy about Mr. Krabs and Zuko making it in, but a little strange to get like 3 Firebenders, a little strange to get Rocksteady as a TMNT rep when Shredder's been cut and Mikey and Leo have been cut and everyone wants all 4 turtles. So yeah, it feels the same as like the main roster here. It's like some strange choices, some things I'm happy with. I like Uncle Iroh, so like, cool that he's going to be playable, but do I really want him in a scenario where he's one of the 4 DLC characters and we have Azula and Zuko already? I don't know. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about all this in the comments below. I just wanted to get this out as quickly as possible to you guys, as this information just dropped publicly. Again, these were the 4 characters I have been told. Quite a few weeks ago I was told this, so yeah, it's lining up. This is probably the DLC. Yeah, all right. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this DLC, what you think of Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2, and get prepared for that video on the cut characters and some of the more negative aspects of Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2. I'm not going to be a cut character apologist in that video. I'm not going to say like, the characters are cuts, and that's a good thing. But I'm also not going to try to, just hit hard on the devs either. I understand they put a lot of work in this game. It does look better than the first game. But yeah, I have some mixed feelings there. So I'll talk more about that in that video. Again, what do you guys think about the DLC characters here? Are you happy about them? Did you want someone else? I know a lot of people wanted Zuko. A lot of people wanted Mr. Krabs. I don't know about Iroh and Rocksteady. Iroh has a lot of fans, but yeah, we'll see how people take this. I know a lot of people wanted Fairly Odd Parents Parents for one thing, and we didn't get any Fairly Odd Parents character here. But before this dropped, there was, if you were following the speculation stuff on like Discord and Twitter and stuff, it was set up that some of the people in the know did tell people that there would be no veteran characters and there would be no new series in the DLC lineup, at least the first 4. Again, potentially further DLC. So, okay, I'm just rambling on here, again, trying to get this video out as quickly as possible. So, what do you guys think of the DLC for Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2? Let me know in the comments below.
Remember to like the video, leave a comment in the section below, and subscribe to Papa Gino's
Twitter, Patreon, Discord, Twitch.